A bowl of miso soup is the quiet anchor of the Japanese table, a simple liquid ritual that has sustained a nation for over 1,000 years. It is not merely a side dish, it is a cultural heartbeat, a foundational element of a philosophy known as ichijuisai, or one soup and one side. This structure, designed to provide balanced nutrition, has shaped the way generations of Japanese families begin their day, grounding them in a tradition that is as much about mindfulness as it is about sustenance. To understand the depth of this bowl, we must look back to the 7th century. Miso, the fermented soybean paste that gives the soup its name, arrived in Japan from China as a rare, precious commodity. In those early years, it was a luxury reserved for the aristocracy and the Buddhist monks who valued its preservation and nutritional density. It was a food of status, a concentrated essence of earth and time. The transformation of miso from a luxury to a necessity is a story of the samurai. During the Kamakura period, as the warrior class rose to power, they sought a diet that was portable, shelf-stable, and capable of fueling them through long campaigns. They discovered that by grinding the fermented paste, they could dissolve it into hot water instantly. This was the birth of the modern miso soup, a quick, high-protein, and restorative meal that could be prepared on the battlefield. The samurai didn't just eat for energy, they ate for efficiency, and in doing so, they cemented miso soup as the quintessential fuel of the Japanese spirit. At the heart of every bowl lies dashi, the invisible backbone of Japanese cuisine. Dashi is a savory stock, usually crafted by simmering kombu, or dried kelp, and katsubushi, which are thin shavings of dried, smoked bonito fish. This stock is the source of umami, the savory fifth taste that bridges the gap between the earthiness of the fermented miso and the delicate ingredients floating within. Without the clarity and depth of a well-made dashi, the soup loses its soul. It is a lesson in minimalism: take 2 or 3 humble ingredients, treat them with patience, and create something that feels complete. There is no single, monolithic recipe for miso soup. The beauty of the dish lies in its regional and seasonal diversity. In the northern reaches of Japan, you might find a heartier, saltier red miso that stands up to the cold, while in the southern regions, a lighter, sweeter white miso is often preferred. Families treat the soup as a canvas for the seasons. In the spring, it might be filled with tender bamboo shoots or fresh clams. In the autumn, it welcomes earthy mushrooms or sweet root vegetables. This fluidity ensures that the soup is never stagnant, it is a living reflection of the environment, changing as the world outside the kitchen window changes. In the modern era, despite the rapid pace of technology and the globalization of food, the morning ritual of miso soup remains remarkably resilient. It is a moment of pause. Whether it is a quick bowl before a commute or a slow, deliberate part of a family breakfast, it serves as a sensory reset. The warmth of the bowl in the hands, the steam rising with the scent of the sea and the earth, and the first savory sip act as a bridge between the quiet of the morning and the demands of the day ahead. When you prepare miso soup, you are participating in a lineage of fermentation and patience. You are working with a living culture, the koji mold that transforms soybeans into miso, and a stock that requires the careful extraction of flavor from the ocean. It is a reminder that the most profound comforts are often the simplest ones. It teaches us that nourishment is not just about calories, but about the history we consume and the rituals we keep. As you stir the paste into the dashi, watching the clouds of umami swirl into the golden liquid, you are not just making a meal. You are honoring a tradition that has survived wars, centuries of change, and the relentless march of time, all while remaining exactly what it has always been: a warm, steady hand in the middle of a busy life.